Hey guys, welcome back to the Crust. I do hope you're having a great day. My drones are not, at least the new ones that just got delivered. They're not really having all that good of a day. They're kind of sitting around doing nothing. And I'm not entirely sure why they're going to do nothing. It says there's 5 of them idle. That's probably because they have nothing to drill. If I had to guess, I would say because there's nothing to drill. And you know what? I kind of do need a little bit of stuff cleared out. So why don't we go ahead and clear this area out a little bit here. We'll just kind of do this. And this could be sort of where our titanium and stuff will be made in the future anyway. So we're just going to kind of clear this out. It gives the drillers something to do. All right. So that we can get them to respond. Whoosh. Off they go. The carrier bots and stuff, though, are busy delivering resources for this contract that we've got going on, right? For Malachite. To get our reputation up and stuff. They're going to also obviously paying us 54,000 credits as well. So that's a good thing to do. We already have that resource, those resources. So it's just a matter of getting them there. I would like, though, for these guys to take a little bit of a break from doing this. And we sometimes have a little bit of a power capacity issue at night. I'm just going to just preemptively get ahead of the problem, right? I mean, I don't think we actually have a problem yet, but I'm going to get ahead of this issue right now. So we're going to go ahead and connect that. And then this one can go ahead and connect to the base directly. That's fine. Okay, so effectively, that's what they're going to do there. Now, what I'd like to focus on today, obviously, we have people coming by, right? People coming by is the big thing, right? This drone is on its way. This truck is on its way. And it looks to me like we've got Nicholas Baker, Ralph Harris, Frank Martin, and Arushi Mahal. Maybe that's how you say his name. And they all have different skills, right? So Arushi here seems to be like primarily a medic and botanist. We have Frank Martin, who's primarily an engineer, a little bit of science in there. We also have another engineer scientist. And this one here is probably, I would say this is the leader, okay? Because he's got the highest engineering skill, plus he's got a little science, a little botany and stuff too. So he's got this. Now, we pay these guys. Looks like the contract for these guys, right, is 90 credits. So this is costing us money now too, right? They need to get paid. And so it's vital for us to, respond and, do these contracts periodically so that we can afford to have people here, as well as potentially having even more people into the future would be nice. In order for us to be able to support that, though, single regolith refinery upgrade, this is not really all that big of a deal. We want to get this. I want the multi-regolith refinery upgrade 1 is something that I definitely want to get on the agenda here. And I'm going to push it above that license and above the cargo dock, and it's fine. We'll let the hauling drill go because this thing can get 2 of its science anyway right now. So the hauling drone will finish. Now, the hauling drone is right here in the engine, in the list and everything. And I'm pretty sure I remember salvage being in the fundamental. I actually went back and looked at the demo and it was there then. So I'm going to hope they kept it there. And if that's the case, we might see salvage right here or here. It's got to be coming up pretty soon because I would really like to get to salvaging all this stuff, get this stuff out of the way so that I can place my own expedition center. And I'm thinking I want the expedition center like right here. I think that'd be a good spot for it, kind of right here. But I still want to clear all this stuff out of the way because of the elevators and stuff that we're going to have for our resources that are going to go to the surface. And I'm going to kind of probably get them to be right about here when they do that. So real quick, we're just going to, I guess, clear this out too as a thing. I do want you guys to be focusing though on this area first. So let's just make sure you absolutely do this area first so I can get this out of the way. It's important because we're going to be probably moving titanium a little bit here today. So crash site. It says in a desolate lunar valley lies the wreckage of a crashed spacecraft. The cylindrical body and remnants of solar panel mounts suggest it was a satellite disabled in the explosion and fell from orbit. Maybe even hit our camera on the way for that cutscene. Scorch marks and signs of extreme heat are evident, telling of the catastrophic event that caused its downfall. The scene is awe-inspiring and tragic, a stark reminder of the perils of lunar exploration. We get a bunch of science for a limited amount of time, which is kind of nice. So 60 science, I guess, for a limited amount of time. I think I probably want to go ahead and get access to this silicon as well. So when they're done with that stuff over there, I'm hoping they kind of maybe get over here too. We can get this area, and then we can go ahead and just kind of make a path through here, I guess. Maybe a little bit wider so I have room for the power poles and stuff, but just get a path that leads us over into this area. And that would be great so that I can get that belt with that silicon hooked up to this, because Again, we're going to increase how much we produce today. It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. Let's confirm the payload. We're going to go ahead and just drop them off right here. And people have arrived. Oh, isn't it great? This button doesn't work. Let's come on over here and take a look at it. People have arrived. Choo choo. Oh, it's not really a choo choo, is it? But I mean, I don't think we would hear anything right now. We're on the moon, right? So we wouldn't really hear anything, but I can appreciate that they put sounds in there anyway, even though you probably wouldn't hear it. I mean, if you're inside, you would hear it, I suppose. The vibrations through the craft and everything, right? Can I get you guys to build this faster? I was really kind of hoping that maybe we would be able to take advantage of the current day generation. That'd be nice. We're getting almost full on our batteries, and boy, would I like to, you know, be able to have this thing be a 0 at night instead of this red number that's constantly telling me I can't have all my machines running. Plus, we're going to be upgrading things today. Speaking of upgrades, let's go ahead and upgrade our input over here too. So I want to go to mining, regolith extractor, and let's go ahead and claim that as well. And we're going to grab, let's say one of these poles, doesn't really matter which one. We'll go like this. Yep, all the way out like this. Here we go. And this is close enough. That's fine. And then we will go ahead and grab that. Okay, what we want here is a conveyor that goes up and connects. I could have it connect directly to this. Yeah, we could. Just plug right into that little... That's pretty good. I like that. So we'll have that conveyor, plug it in for this. When this thing turns on, we'll have that iron coming through here too. Now, in order to really...
Arrived at the base. It's still hard to believe that it's all in the past now. Thank you, Director.
Where are you at? Right there. Nice. Okay, so they're walking over through here, and they will go to, I assume, get food at some point here. They take their helmets off and stuff. All right, cool. They're going over to the fundamental science lab. And these guys work this lab. It's going to get us 160 science, fundamental science, while they're working in that lab. Nice. Very cool. Where do the other ones work? There were 4 other oh, right here. There's a guy right here. Okay, so they work at the components factory too. It says there's 2 of them. Oh, the other one's on the other side. Okay. So the components factory gets a bump from having people work on there. And they have, I guess, not... The medics decided to be here instead of in there, but maybe they'll take shifts. I feel like they should probably, you know, have a bias in their job productivity based on their skills, because this skill is an engineering skill and he has 1. He should be over, you know, into here doing this instead, I think, but it's cool. No problem. Okay, so we have 4 people on the base now. Very good. And we should be able to handle that okay, I would assume. Anyway, we got 50 meals here, now 52. So the drones are bringing that stuff from the cargo bay here. It's right here. There is 325 more to go. They come with 200 carbon fiber as well. We will need more storage space for that. I'm going to add another one of these just because I can. We're going to add another one of these right here. All right. And they can go ahead and build this too. Did we get the batteries done? We did. And they are charging. They are. Very good. Okay, then. Let's take a look at research really quick here. So we're doing the hauling drone. That's almost done. 0.3 days. This is the big upgrade that we really need, is this one right here. But we currently have, as you can see, 2 belts bringing in regolith into this. And it's all kind of stalled, okay? Because as it hits this, it gets a bottleneck, right? It's one and then the other kind of thing. So we need to speed this up. Now this is already sped up, as is this. So we need to speed this up. So we can do that by hitting this. And that costs us 12 grand to make this belt faster. We're going to go like this and make this belt faster. So it costs us even more money there. Looks like this one did not get upgraded by that. I held shift, I thought, but all right. We'll get those belts upgraded. We'll get this upgraded. We'll get this upgraded. And now we should see that this kicks stuff out a lot faster. And we can now fully saturate this belt, and stuff will get pumped in here faster too, which is great. So if we take a look at our multi-regolith refineries, what we should see is this number climbing. The amount that's in storage should start to climb. If it doesn't, which I believe it might be because we currently have 3 extractors worth being pushed in here, and 1 belt is good, I think, for probably 1 extractor worth. We're going to get this cleared out and add another one on this side. So we'll have 2 extractors pushing from this side, 3 extractors pushing from this side once we get this stuff done too. And I would like to get that going now, please, because I really want to make more. So I might actually just go ahead and upgrade this right away. But if we can't handle that much regolith, then it doesn't matter. Right? Are we still delivering? Let's see, I think that's why. All right, you know what? I'll go max priority here just so we can get this thing to lift off. I want to make sure we get this in the deadline. And also I can get more contracts if we do that too. They're really like, they're all about unloading this instead of loading this. I don't think there's anything I can do to reduce the prioritization on that. There it goes. Okay, so we just lifted that off. We're gonna get that cash. It's a really good amount of money there.
Objective achieved.
Excellent. And our research on the hauling drone is done, and that's where salvage is. Heck yes. So obviously we want to put that ahead. Put that ahead of the cargo dock too. So salvage will be next on the list right after the multi-regolith refiner upgrade. I'm never going to get that. That's going to be a mouthful for me every single time I say that. Okay, so in the engineering tree, probably looking at, yeah, this. If there's another upgrade to this afterwards, I'll probably do that. But I do want the large storage in there as well. So we'll put that ahead of the extended trading license too. Okay, cool. So next thing is to apply that once it's done. But we want to see this supply go up. And so I think what I'll do is I can go ahead and upgrade this entire path here too.
For carrying out various tasks and contracts on the moon, you may need a rover scout and cargo transport. Since our resources are currently insufficient for producing transport, you can purchase everything you need in the CRUST Solutions section of the Control Center interface.
Interesting. Let's check that out. We're going to go over to Commerce Center, and it wants me to click logistics, I guess. No, it did click over here. They said in the, what does it say? CRUST Solutions. That's what it was.
In this section, you can rent other labs to participate in your research to increase your science point income.
Okay. Well-timed music there. This music track is super distracting because it's too epic, right? It's just too epic for what's going on. We have a rover scout and we have a cargo truck, and we can actually purchase another one if we'd like to. And it looks like the rover scout comes with science output, which is kind of a cool passive benefit that it gets for us. Obviously, we can go and explore things on the map too, and there's going to be a lot of things we want to explore. So having one rover is probably going to be insufficient for doing everything we need to do. Probably should look into investing in these things as we become more financially stable. I'm not entirely certain on our stability at the moment. There's also a science point tab, and it looks like from here we can purchase science from SRI. Okay, so 18,000 points cost 44,000. 4,000 points cost 10,800, and it's given to us in intervals, or it's given to us over time. So in this case, it would be 90 cycles of 200 science. This one would be 10 cycles of 400 science. And if my math isn't terrible, this would be a good way to get science in a specific area. It looks like they're different pricing depending on what you're getting too. So green is the most expensive, to the point where I can't even afford 18,000 right now. Or maybe I can. It's just, maybe I can. I should be able to afford that. There's no way it's that more. But anyway, if you need science really quickly for something, then this might be it. It's slightly higher premium on the total quantity of science that you get compared to this. So if you can afford to have it over time, then this would be better. That's interesting. Okay, I don't think we need it just yet, but it's an interesting thing to look at in the future, I think. Yeah, for sure. Speaking of which, the tab anyway. We have United by One Goal is right here, and I actually have enough to satisfy this almost. I don't have enough microcircuits, but this is a lot of cash. 144,000 is a lot. And I think I'm comfortable with this. In fact, we're going to purchase the balance. We'll purchase the difference here. But that's a lot of silicon, and I have a lot. So let's go ahead and send these resources as well to get... Oh, yes. All of these. Like this. We'll just say that we want to send everything right now in a standard pod. We'll go ahead and load a standard pod. And then what we're going to do is we'll go to the market. So we're going to end up spending here, a little less than 40 grand. And we'll end up with, actually, it is 40 grand. It's a little over 40 grand. Yeah, it's 45,000. And it's just replacing a little bit of what we're losing here, but we're getting paid like 144 grand for this contract, so I think it's worth it. So we'll go ahead and buy this. It's going to offset all the difference in what we actually can have, or what we actually have. So we'll be able to fully do that contract because of the components coming in here and the micro circuits that are coming in here as well. So we'll have that. That's good. And we'll go ahead and send that out as a high priority too. I think what I'll probably do is have the landing platforms always be high priority, just to make sure we always get it, you know. We also have new contracts available. So lots of contracts have opened up to us now as the contract system is in full swing. So we can really go through these different organizations. We can build up reputation with them and get bigger and bigger contracts with them as our reputation grows, most likely. But they're going to keep asking for more and more stuff, including more and more advanced stuff. So things like, you know, these guys here, they're looking for modular terminals and nanotubes, things which I absolutely cannot make. They would want 4 of these things, 20 of these things, and they're paying us 52. So we have to look through these contracts and periodically satisfy some of them just to keep our income coming in so that we can afford people and ramp up things. And those contracts are going to be better than selling them on the open market. So yeah, let's real quick go back to science. I want to see 2.8 days on that. Salvage is getting its work on too. Okay, so we've sped up the belts, right? That's good. And we've got the regolith extractor still not built over here though. I feel like there it is, the microcircuits and the steel. Yep, there we go. Can you get that done? There we go. And let's build these now too, please. Just a little bit of steel over here, if you don't mind. And we get power to this thing, and that's really going to help us in this. So we should now have, yeah, it's not building up here, which is good. We want this to build up. We want to send enough regolith into this area so that the whole thing just builds up. And that way I can upgrade this and send even more iron into the system, all right? Now for titanium, I want to redo this, right? Because we want titanium to be coming out of this as well. So now that we have a little bit of cash, let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to shut this down. And I'm just going to shut it all down right here. We're going to redo everything about this. We no longer need this because it's coming out of that, right? And then we'll probably just tear all of it out, I guess. Yeah, I think we'll... I mean, I'm okay with the way this is situated, but it's going to cost us more belts than needed. So yeah, I'm going to tear all this out. We're going to stop titanium for now, and we'll adjust kind of where everything is. Let's break this down. And you know, since people work here, I kind of feel like I want to move this. It's also kind of in the way of going out to iron later. If I put this components factory like maybe in here, then the people could come over here and work with that. But then components going up to the top is also a little bit more expensive. We'll leave this in place for now. I'm going to move it probably, but we'll leave it in place for now. And then, yeah, everything else just gets moved here. So all of this gets torn down. We will move all of it. And we're going to slide it over into this open area over here as our new titanium setup is going to be. All right, let's make sure we salvage all of these things. With that salvage, I should see, I mean, I really should see you guys building this. There we go. Come on. There we go. I want this thing to turn on. There it goes. And then, is it worth the money now? We'll have to see how flooded this belt is, but I feel like it's probably not worth the money just yet because this thing probably can't process fast enough anyway. It's really about getting steel going, though. Steel is the thing I really need to focus on there. Okay, let's break this down. All right, and then what we're going to want to do, because we have that titanium right there, we want this regolith extractor to send the titanium over here as much as possible, I think. We want this to send the titanium coming out here, the regolith anyway, to come all the way over here like this. I'm going to pop it in there. All right, and that's why I say I don't think I need to worry about upgrading this yet, because there's going to be yet another source of regolith coming into this belt here. And so it's going to be all zipping in here, and it's going to fill it up and hopefully starts to build up in here. Okay, so we will go ahead and have that done. And then once this is completed, then we can go ahead and accelerate it as well. So on this, we're going to have titanium coming out. Where is it going? It's getting sorted by this. So we don't need the single regolith sorter anymore, but it still needs to be worked. And so we're going to say on the production side of it, we want the smelting furnace. Yes. Let's get 2 smelting furnace. I'm trying to think of the pathing this thing is going to take. This won't be here later. That's the problem. So maybe we come out. Should we just move all of it? Should we just spend the money and move it all now? You know what? Screw it. We're moving it all now. I'm not screwing around. I'm going crazy. No, we're just going to do it now. Get it over with. I don't want to do this temporary crap right now. All right. So everything is going. It's a fire sale on all this iron stuff. We might as well just take the components out of here too. Why not? Just get rid of it. And all of it gets broken down. Okay. We're going to redo this entire system so that we can scale it up, right? Everything's about scaling. We want to make a lot more resources. And then once all of this is set up and like really rocking, we'll move silicon as well, because silicon's not really ready to move silicon yet. Yep, they're still digging out to that source of silicon as well. Nice. How's research? Multi-regolith extractor is the upgrade is ready. So now we can spend, if we want to, 35,000 to increase the speed at which this operates. I'm looking at aluminum, and I'm thinking this could probably get sped up too. Why don't we do that? So that means aluminum's going to stay here because I just did that.
Director, we've completed research that will allow us to disassemble the remains of the Evermoon base for resource.
Good. So we can now salvage. That's what we're going to do now too. Salvaging. So first I want to go and just salvage all of this. Hold shift and just do this. And we're going to get rid of all of this stuff first, I think, so that I have enough space to get rid of, or get enough space to start my expedition center. Now, I originally had the power pole coming out this way, but I think I'm actually more apt to put it here instead of way over here. I don't think it's going to matter, though, because we can put other things here, too. So it's not going to be a waste to have these power poles here. Although, admittedly, I may have to break them down and shift them over depending on spacing on the buildings, but it's fine. We're going to move all of these things. I would also like to eventually get to bigger batteries. I think that'd be a good idea. And so we're going to go ahead also and start breaking down, I think, these things here, too, just because they're kind of in my way. So we'll start with that. It takes the drones time to do it, so you don't want to necessarily highlight all of them because then they're not doing anything down here while you're waiting, like the power that's necessary for this. Let's wait on power poles. I want to make sure I know where everything is located first. Okay, so while they're up there doing that, let's take a look at... Yeah, because we're doing everything right now, right? We got everything out of the way. So let's start with the smelting furnaces. And we'll put the smelting furnaces... Let's say we go here. Could have a storage between this and that, so maybe we can start it with here. We'll go here. 1, and I think probably 2 is what we can plan on, having 2 of these things. This is going to kick out the titanium, and then that titanium needs to go into a storage. We'll put this in a small storage. Let's leave enough room for a third. Should we do that? Leave enough room for a third? It's the same width as one of these, so we would want to go about like that. That leaves enough room for a third on this side. And I guess we have enough room for a fourth on that side too if needed, but this would be where that goes. And then from here, it gets kicked out to go up to the top side for actual storage and trade or whatever, but it also gets distributed over into here to make the plates. So we want the rolling mills now. And I have an upgrade for speed on the rolling mills, so I'm not going to bother with having a lot of them for now. But we will eventually want to have multiple rolling mills, probably 2. So we'll start with 1 here, and then we can always expand to have multiples over there like that. And then finally, we'll have the storage for this kind of be somewhere maybe like over here. This gives me enough room for the rolling mills to expand into the future. So we have 1. Is this the same? This is 4 wide. Okay, so 4 wide. So that's going to be the width of it. And then we have the width of it again. And so we would want the storage to be, I guess, right here. We'll put it right there. I think that's 1 tile further than it needed to be, but that's fine. And that's going to be where our plates are. And then, of course, I can send them up from there, too. So let's go ahead and find the conveyors and do this now. So we're going to come up to here and then over. And then we could come out this side, but I think I might want to use this for something else, like going down and delivering them to something else that's we set up over here, right? So let's leave this out to be what we use for this, and maybe we'll cancel these really quick and go up one more. That's probably fine. Yeah, we'll do that. So that's where it is. Remember, we want to be very intentional with our belts. It's because we have to pay for them and we don't get the full refund back every time. All right, we get that. So if we know where this is going to be, we know where this is going to be. And this is going to come out and over. Okay, it is lined up correctly. Good. There we go. Okay, so that's where that stuff's going to be. Since we know where that's going to be, we can now have our titanium routed to that end. So I'm going to go and start with this side here. We're going to have it routed out to start this way, I think. And then I want to come this way, but I might need more room for the regulus. So let's go in a straight line in case I want to do a third and a fourth here, right? So we'll go in a straight line all the way out here. And maybe we'll just go underneath this belt. We could. Yeah, I could go around it too, which would cost me, because going underneath does cost more. But I think it's fine. We can go underneath from here. We'll go like this, and then we're going to go underground to here. I don't think that looks quite right. You know? I think we could do that just to look a little bit more elegantly, like maybe right up against it instead, right? So we can go here to here. That would look better, right? If we're just thinking about appearances. And then it comes out from this side. And we could, I suppose, put in some kind of storage here for the excess. We could place this here. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, why don't we do that? We can go right here. Not leaving a whole lot of room on this side, am I? I'm going to do like I do in other games where I make everything nice and tight. Very space efficient, if you can pull it off. Okay, and then from this side, we'll just have it come out this way in case we want to bring that out from the other side. So we'll have this come out this way and then go... Yeah, we can have it just come right in here. I suppose. Like that for now? Instead of coming over this way? That way, if there's another one on this side, what I'm thinking here, if there's another one here later on, then this belt splits. And then if there's another one here, well, then this belt will split. So we're not, splitting it three ways on one belt, because then you end up having way more in one and not enough on the last one. So I think that's kind of what I'm thinking in the future there. Okay, so if that's the belts, it's going to split it out all the way over there. Go ahead and build that. If that's the case, then what we want to do now is have this belt come over. Let's say to here is fine. Then we're going to go under from here all the way out to here. Yep. And then from there, we go out and to there. All right. That's going to be where our titanium goes. So all of this will now flood out and make its way over there. Okay. So now power. We need power. So this one here goes out this way. That's pretty good. And then from here, we go out this way. That'll work. Yep. And then you can connect there and there and there. And also one more out this way. We want to stay out of the way of a potential machine. So I don't think anything would be in this area. If it is, I guess we'll move it. But I don't think anything really gets in the way here. This is a 3-wide machine with the belt in the middle. So it's going to be the belt would be there in this. So I would want to put this here. And then I can bring it out. And I think I can almost reach that. Damn. Got real close. It's okay, though, because we'll need multiple connections when this thing expands. So we'll put this here. All right, and then you can go there. So that whole thing gets set up, ready to rock as well. Real quick, let's do a prioritization. And let's get them to really start hitting this right now. I want them to build all of these things right now. Even before salvage is done is fine. Just I need it done so that everything can start working, okay? There we go. All right, so there's our changes for titanium. That's going to lead us into I hope anyway, a prosperous future in that regard. Now iron, because we stopped making steel, right? We have a lot in storage. At least I thought we did. Wow, we only have 31. Well, we did just satisfy a contract that took a whole bunch of it, didn't we? Yeah, we have what's necessary for all of this too, so they should be doing that too. Let's let the time run so they can do that. Yep. And then we're wasting science points right now too. So large storage is done. We need something with green science. Rolling mill upgrade would be okay. Social, we could go. Ventilation will be important. Put the extended trader license back on there too. It's fine. So we're not wasting any science. And then on this side, right, we want this to go out this way too. So this belt, almost certainly this belt continues on in a straight line out this way. So it will go out and probably do the same thing as this one did. So it'll be here, and then underground would be here. That's fine. And then it goes to here. Okay. And then from there, we want it to go this way, and then we process iron on this side. So we want our smelters, and we're going to look at right here. So we want the smelting furnaces. Okay. We'll have smelting furnaces, I think, right up against this wall. We'll start it with, let's say, it's probably a lot we want to do with the smelting furnaces. So I'm thinking maybe we start over here. Go 1, 2 for now. Because we can always upgrade them too. So we don't really need more than 2 for any resource, because you can just upgrade them, and it's much more efficient to do it that way anyway. If you really have maxed out like level 3 upgrades for all of them, or maybe you're locked behind, you know, research progression, then okay, fine. But you know, you don't need to spend the money on them, because you can upgrade them and keep them in place. All right, so smelting furnace is here. Both of those will go like this. From there, we then have iron. Right? Or we have the steel, I suppose, from there. We want there to be storage for that. So 1, 2, again, 3 wide. So we would want this to be, I would say we'd probably stick this here. Or we could go on this side of it. Because some things, like components, will take both resources. But that reminds me that this storage needs to come back this way too, so that we can, yeah. So for components. So actually, components might be good to do right here. There's an ice deposit thing here, but I think components actually would work right here. So why don't we do that? Components factory right here. We might be good doing it like this. I don't think we'll need more than one of these things. I obviously could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time, but I don't think we'll ever need more than one of these things. But in the event that we do need more than one, maybe we should make it to where we have storage for. Yeah, with the pole out of the way, I think we can make that happen. Yeah. Or we stick it, you know, in a different location. We could do it over here, but then they have to walk all the way over here to work this place. I kind of want to keep it near the people now that I know that happens. So I think I'm going to put it right here. We can always adjust this too. It doesn't have to be wide out like that. So I think that's probably fine. We'll start with it here. And titanium and iron. Let's flip this. Yeah, like this. Flip this so that the resources come in on the correct sides. So we'll do it right here for now. This will be the first one. I just need enough for storage to be there too. Yeah. And it doesn't need to have an elevator to go to the surface because it's already right here. So the drones can just grab it from a really close position. I guess that's fine. We'll go like right here with it. And so the storage for this will end up being right here. And then it's 4 wide, right? Looks like 5 wide for this machine. Okay, so this is 3. The other one will end up being here. And so we would want the storage to be about here, like this. And then the belt for this would go here. All right, and again, we're opening it up, leaving space in case a second one is needed, right? So we'll do that. So from all of this, we'll end up having some storage for the iron production. We're going to want that to go up to the surface too. So that's kind of where I need it to go that way in order to do that. Maybe, let me see where, logistics. Let me see where this is above the surface. It's kind of in a blank spot, right? So if that's where the landing pads are, oh, it's way over here. Oh, this can't go up here because I'm not allowed to build here. So I will have to route this around and bring it over here. This is where everything's coming out on the surface to come this way to be, you know, loaded. So everything's going to come out right here. So the iron has to be here too. And I can't build there. So I'd have to build here. Yeah. All right. This has to be the elevator for iron right there. So all of this will end up going around this setup. Knowing that, I have to clear this out. This has to be cleared out at least to here, I would say. There's my Mass Effect song again. All the way out this way. Yep. I just like listening to this song. If it comes on, I'm just like, all right, I'll shut up now. I just like the way that little, I don't know, you call it a riff, but a little riff, I guess, that's what I'll call it. I just like to see it. I just like hearing it. Let's get another storage for bulk storage for this. And so that way we can install, if something happens over here, we can at least bank up the oxides. We'll put that right here. Yeah, we'll actually do it right here. I like that. Right there. That's pretty close to the ice, though. You know? How about here? The expansion will go that way, though, so I should have it here. Let me double check really quick on this ice extractor. Can I fit that there still? How big are you? Where is it? Is it life support? Ice melter? Where is it? Is it just mining? Yeah, right here. Can it fit here anyway? Yeah. Oh, plenty of room. It actually has to kind of be over here. I can't put it that close. All right, it's fine. Am I able to put it facing the other direction, though? Yeah. All right, good. So as long as the belt... This is perfect. It's going to go right there. That's fine. As long as my iron and... Yeah, right there. As long as my iron and all that stuff can go, this way to get on the other side of it. So it'll end up being positioned right here. And my 2 belts for iron and titanium will go this way. All right, fine. So we'll go ahead and take our conveyors now, and this will go in right there. Is it? Isn't it more... It is a bit more organized to have these. I know. I'm not usually this person that does this, but I gotta imagine some of you out there will appreciate this. All right. Look, they're lined up now. All right. Ready? Look, they're lined up now. I gotta imagine some of you out there will appreciate how that's lined up. At least a little bit. And so on that note, we would want one of our extractors to be exactly ahead of this. So on that note, we slide them over, okay? Here they go. We go smelting furnace like this. And look, they're all lined up. Smelting furnace here. Smelting furnace here. And then we go like this, which is same thing. This doubles back on the same direction it came from. So too does this, okay? The symmetry gods can be pleased now. All right. And then what we'll do is obviously it comes out into storage. And I think I'll probably end up not doing like symmetrical design here because this resource does only need to... It does need to come back this way, doesn't it? Yeah, both of the resources actually do need to go that way. So I think I need to clear this out. Let's just get rid of all of this stuff. We'll prioritize this right here to get us around into this area. All right. So I need to wait for all this stuff to get built, but we at least know where it is. And so I can now go over and do this and then come over and then I want this to be, ooh, that can happen. Really? I like that. Let's do that. Great. We'll do that. Okay. So at least all this stuff can be built now. We just have to wait for them to get on it. And I think for our resources, we got 178 steel. Yeah. So I was wrong. I looked at this and said only 31. It's because it's sitting on the ground now. I deleted all the storages. That's why they're there. And likewise, we can delete those storages as well. We don't need them anymore. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff to do, basically. And in order to meet this contract in time, right, 35 days, we have to deliver all these things. We've delivered most of the silicon already. What's this? She's not actually reading it. Director, I have urgent news. Scientists around the world are sounding the alarm. They have detected a change in the trajectory of the asteroid Tautatus. It will inevitably collide with Earth in just 2 years. I don't know. Fake news, man. Don't look up. I'm currently studying the data. Who cares about the data? I just watched that movie again 3 days ago, so I got it in my head now. The diameter of the asteroid is almost 6 kilometers. If such a celestial body collides with Earth, the consequences will be very dire. CRUST has already contacted us and provided plans for the construction of a laser system that will help deflect the asteroid's course and save millions of lives. Because of course. We must focus on this, because if nukes don't do it, a laser totally will. A gigantic laser on the moon. Okay. I'm following you. I don't know how you're going to get enough power to power that thing and shoot the asteroid, but all right. I'm pretty sure solar panels won't do it. All other tasks are secondary. Cool. It says, attention all departments. Our new priority is the construction of a laser system to save Earth from the asteroid Tautatus. We face a serious threat and time is of the essence. All departments and specialists must immediately begin tasks related to the mission. Detailed instructions will be sent separately. End of transmission. End of message. Got it. You might say all I care about, they don't have voices for these things right now. You might all say that I only care about profit, but to complete such a large-scale construction, a colossal amount of resources is needed. The contract system and trading on the online market will help earn funds to purchase the missing resources and expand our own production. I agree. We have agreed with CRUST on a suitable place for construction southeast of our base and have marked it on the map. We can proceed with laying the foundation. Okay. Wow. There's some stuff there. Cool. Laser gun. 1,500 days. 2 years is not 1,500 days make, but okay. Let's zoom out here really quick, or at least look at the quest log. So it says in 2 years it will collide with Earth, yet we have 1,500 days, and lead to the destruction of humanity as we know it. Okay, so to prevent catastrophe, CRUST must do this. We have to lay the foundation as the first stage, and then prevent the catastrophes. 0 out of 7. There are 7 stages to this. Complete the construction of laser cannon on time to be able to deflect the course of the approaching asteroid. Wouldn't it be better? Not better. Not better. But wouldn't it be more, fun to just be like, ooh, look at the skybox. Look at that. Oh, it's changed. Looks very cool now. The game has been patched a couple of times since I started this series. And I'm still playing pre-release, by the way. I'm trying to get as much done as I can, but you can always see the beta version up here too. So if your version differs from this, then you see differences. That's why. All right. So where is this thing? It says they said east of our base, didn't they? Let's see west. I forget. Farhad control tower, distress signal. I thought they said east of our base, but maybe they said west. Research outpost, transit station, insufficient power. Obviously, there's a lot of contracts and stuff here, but I was looking for the. I don't see it. Maybe I'm just blind. No, I don't think I'm blind. I think it's actually not here. Maybe we'll let time run a little bit and it'll show up. Oh, what's this? No, that's good. My brain just isn't registering this. A research outpost. Oh, down here, laser gun. Well, I wouldn't really call that. I guess that is kind of east. Did they say southeast? They probably said southeast and I'm silly. Anyway. Yeah, so the laser gun thing. Let's take a look at that real quick. Laser gun needs... It has needs 4,000 concrete, 240 plates. That's not bad. We can accommodate that over time, of course. And 3,600 iron. Well, the way I'm scaling this up, those last 2 resources will definitely have. The concrete, though, I clearly need to ramp that up too, right? We need to ramp up this for sure. The more regolith we bring in, though, the more slag we'll have. And then the more slag we have, the more we can do the concrete factories. And honestly, I think, we can get an upgrade to that too, because I think that is available, if I remember right. Yeah, right here is available too. So we can get that and then increase production on those machines by a percentage as well. Look, we got a multi-regolith refinery upgrade too is already here. So that's something we can definitely have. I don't think I need to extend the limit of my contracts right now. We're going to put that on the list instead. It's more important, though, that we get these things built now, right? Because all of this reconstruction or reorganization is all intended to increase our ability to scale this operation. So this is why it's important. Titanium is what you're going to have. Titanium is what you're going to have. And then they just need to build this now so that all this regolith can start getting delivered and we can start processing. You're going to store titanium, and then you are going to make the rolling, you have the plates, and then you are going to hold the plates for me. Okay, cool. So all of that's going to happen as soon as they decide to get this bulk storage done. And then all of these things should have power. There we go. What? Oh, right. You have to finish it and select it. Titanium oxide, go. Excuse me. Hold on. Hold on. Did I mess this up? I messed it up. I messed it up. No. No. Come on. What are you? Oh, I just upgraded that belt. Drop the resources. Wait a minute. I didn't mess this up. This is titanium. It's totally titanium, right? Can't tell because the stupid thing doesn't give me the detail of what this is. This is titanium. This is aluminum oxide, right? The really light blue one is aluminum, right? So, yeah, no, I didn't mess it up. I got it right. Yeah, for sure. It's full, so it has to be correct. Oh, this has to be correct. So, this is an accident, and I think downgrading is not possible, so this could be a faster belt segment there, I guess. But seriously, though, what's going on here? The belt's going the wrong way. That's what it is. Somehow that happened. So we will go like this. I was thinking I had messed up the designation for titanium, and that's why I wouldn't receive it. But it was just a belt issue. Okay. Well, that's good. You know what? We might as well, right? At this point, we might as well just say, you know what? We'll scale it up later anyway. So let's do that. Yep. We'll upgrade all of that. Now this belt goes faster, right? All the way through here it does too. Nice. I just spent way more than I should have on that. Good news, everyone. We can now do this and this if needed to get more resources through here too. So as long as the regolith is being pushed through here in a timely manner, let's go ahead and upgrade that. And now that we have, now that we're at 71K, I think we probably should focus on some contracts though. Right? Can we deliver this stuff now, please? It's high priority, right? Where are my drones? Like, what are they doing right now? Where are my drones? Oh, it's all the scavenging. Yeah, that's going to take some time. I did say that. We have enough time to complete this. I just wanted to not have this be really close. But this is 144,000 credits, so I think it'll be fine. Is there any way to cancel? Walls removal, multiple removal tool. No, no way to cancel the salvage. No way to cancel salvage. Well, it's fine. They're almost done, so it'll be fine. We went through, 40% of our battery overnight, and now that the drones are down here, I want to see...
Research complete.
Yep. I want to see them doing this stuff. Cargo dock is done, which is not really all that useful to me yet. Large storages will be good for up on the surface is where we're mostly going to do these. For storing large quantities of stuff. We don't really need this yet. It's mostly here just so we don't waste science. But I'm going to get the smart concrete thing on there too, because we're going to need that now. Knowing that we have lots of concrete to do is, yep, that's the next step. Okay, so we're making plates now. Yes. I want to see this. We are making plates. Excellent. And it is building up. Yep, it is. So because it's building up, I think we can go ahead and increase this speed, at least of one of them. Let's do this one. Just so we make it a little bit faster in one of those machines, I guess. All right, but I don't want to spend any more money until we get that contract done. That has to happen first. Aluminum isn't super critical, and I've already upgraded this. So it just does whatever it does. We're kicking out a lot of aluminum, so I bet we're gonna Yeah, we're building up a supply internally there. The iron oxide's going to be nice. Nice and fast coming out of here. As soon as we get this done, of course. And then we will select steel here. We will select steel here. We will select iron oxide there. And then contract just got completed. That's what that sound was. Should be right there. Good. Contract completed. And then a new contract is now available for Malachite. And now they want stuff I don't have. Okay. We will... Oh, it's considered active already. I didn't accept it. Oh, boy. Well... 230,000 credits does sound nice, but I have an infinite timer to get 200,000. So I'm all right with that. Infinite timer is good. Okay, so from over here with the steel production, we're going to want to store that, of course, and then we need it to kick out to 2 different directions. So I'm going to say that the storage for this is going to be located... Let's put it in line with this, so it's a straight belt. So we'll put it here, I guess. Is that straight? Yeah, it's kind of in line in this direction. Right there. Let's see. Belt goes right next to this. So it's going to be right here. Right? It doesn't quite line up, right? Am I off by 1? Nope, I'm right on the money. Cool. So you go there, and then you'll kick it this way. That's fine. And then this belt will go all the way around that way when we go to send it up to the surface. But we're not going to do that just yet. Instead, we're going to just simply save it, I think, for now, because we need it for building everything. And then we're going to kick it around to go this way. And again, as long as these belts... Does it let me build over top of this deposit? It does. As long as these belts come through here... Yep. We can have titanium comes through there, and then iron comes through here. Maybe I can make this hug just so I have that extra space for the water. I think maybe we should make this hug. We could go like this, and then over like that, and then this goes over like that. Okay. And then we'll have our 2 underground things, or underbelt things go here. Yep. So that goes that way, that goes that way. And this is where we will bring in those 2 resources to make our components. And then this will store components. And then our scientists, our engineers, I guess is what they will be. Our engineers will come over here, and they can now work here without... having to walk super far away, because I could have set this up over here, but then I see that they have to walk all the way out that way, and I want them to be able to get close to this. It doesn't look like they work at any other machines. I mean, I might be wrong, but I looked. I don't see any staff part here to accelerate that. It doesn't seem like anyway. Are you building up regolith? 41, 42, 41, 42. Okay. Speed boost is 50%. Yeah, we haven't really done that yet. I think it's still fine. Until we start seeing this iron come out, it's fine. Let's go ahead and have that be prioritized, please. We want this to be steel. There we go. Everything is awesome. And there it goes. So now what we can do, since we have all this regolith coming through anyway, and it looks to me like we're good to go here, we can go ahead and upgrade these belts. Yep, to send it even faster through there. There's still a bottleneck on the speed because these are level 1, so they still slow it down, it looks like. But it seems to me this stuff is already upgraded through here. Yeah. So now we just need we need these parts here to be leveled up so that they'll be faster too. But as we scale up and we get more people, we get more machines pushing regolith onto these tracks, it will, I think that'll be a good thing. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, man. Can you figure it out? If you can figure it out, I think that was a successful sentence. I'm trying to think of how this actually scales and, where machines are going to go in the future and everything for this. And wanting to have more machines here. It doesn't make sense to bring the belts this way if I'm going to have more machines come this way. At least one more this way, right? because I want the ability to split this belt to go to another machine and then have this one go to another machine. So the belts being here doesn't work very well. So I'm actually thinking of going around this way, or wrapping around and plugging it in this way. So it's a little bit of a zigzag is what I'm kind of thinking of here. So it might take more resources to do that, but I'm thinking here's how I'll do it. We're going to come over here. We're going to grab, so we have space for the future, right? We're going to put the smelting furnace right here. And then we're going to put another smelting furnace. So now I can see where they are. And then we're going to put the ice extractor down so I can make sure that I can still do that. So that's going to be here. It looks like. Yeah, right here. That's 9 out of 9 in that spot. Yep. The slag, we would want to go that way for concrete. So that would be here as a hypothetical thing. That would be there. So let's put that down. So as long as our belts avoid these, our future plans are intact for this, right? So the aluminum's going to come out. And I think if I'm coming straight through here, that works for aluminum, but it won't work. Oh, maybe it will. It will. Oh, that's nice, actually. Okay, so if that's the case... All right, tell you what. Let's go like this. We'll go underneath this belt. Like this. Okay. And then this comes out. And comes straight from here. Right alongside this one. Then we're going to want to avoid this. So we're going to end up turning here. Nope, hang on. Turn here. Yep, and then it comes straight this way into there. And then this belt, the iron, is going to come out this way, straight like this. It totally lets me do that, which is great, and pops in right here. Okay, so that ends up being our belts that take things over there, and that gets around all of this other crap that we're going to eventually have here later on. So I can take these out now. This is never a concern anyway. And we end up having that. And then the iron source can then go this way to be produced into other stuff, and this way to be sent to the surface, or we just send it to the surface anyway, and it can then be produced at topside too. We can always produce things with this stuff topside as well. But I think that's going to be the way to go, man. We'll go ahead and spend another 31,000 on the belts there, lock that in. And it's weird because it goes directly over top of this ice deposit, and yet the ice deposit can still be fully worked. And let me just double check it. Now that those are placed, I want to double check this. Make sure that can be fully utilized. This way. Oh, yeah, right there. It does say it. I don't know how. But it's going to let it be used there. So, okay. Ice is still possible from there. Cool. All right, we are now producing everything that we were producing before, but we're set up in a way that we can scale it. And I like that a lot. So the only thing left to move is silicon, which I plan to do in a little bit here. Let's see. So multi-regolith, refinery 2. Smart concrete's necessary. We want the underground conveyor 2 next, because that is a slow point. If we do get to the point where we're kicking this out really fast, this is going to slow it down. I believe anyway. It looks like it's going to slow it down. This stuff is already... I don't think we need these upgraded because it's only coming out of one machine anyway. I don't think that's a big deal. I think the reason why it's all clumped together now is because there's an actual buildup inside. But we'll have to keep an eye on these machines. And if this number doesn't drop, then it means that the belt is actually slower than its production. But I do believe that this number is dropping over time because while I was, not producing, it was just building up in the machine. The internal storage on this is pretty nice, though. All right, cool. We should be able to now actually bring more silicon into this. So I guess the next thing I would do in this case is grab the regolith extractor over here. And we bring this over and we, as close as we can. Wow, it's wild that this can't work that deposit, but the water over there can work it. It's almost like the graphics don't actually align with the deposit. We'll do that. All right. And that's, of course, going to be taking it and doing silicon. And then this belt just comes straight out from there and hooks up to here is fine. That's a fine place to hook up. No big deal. So we hook that up there. And then that means that this belt now needs to be upgraded because it's going to have 2 separate sources. And we can also go ahead and upgrade those sources as we go too. So we'll upgrade that belt too. Let's put this power, bring the power down the belt this direction. Yep, we'll go like this all the way down and hook up to the machine like that. All right, I like how that's happening. I like how that's shaping up. And then the last thing, right? We're at 111,000 right now. So real quick, we're just going to upgrade the belt. There we go. That belt's upgraded all the way up. And then this right here gets upgraded. And there we go. So now as soon as this begins to produce, it won't slow down. The bottleneck there won't be a bottleneck. And then everything gets pushed through here. And then we can evaluate whether or not that kind of, I believe anyway, it will work that way. But we can evaluate whether or not that much silicon will warrant upgrading these. But we're not going to bother doing that until we have a final place for these. Okay. Research is complete now on ventilation. That means I can make multiple rooms now. Very nice. Modular terminal factories. Hey, you know, those are things that people want later. You know, we should probably go into getting that. On the fundamental side of things, maybe we go with machinery. No, producing vehicles. I don't necessarily need that yet. Excavation speed isn't a big deal. I don't think we're going to need a fuel generator. How about social? Social tree, we can go down and get... I don't know, man. I don't know, man. How about just grab organic growth bonus right now? Is this only for the small one? Improving the irrigation system of the small farm allows. Okay, let's not do that because we can just get the large one. And it doesn't look like this bonus. Okay, you know what? Honestly, the way this is shaping up, the bonus for this one is probably locked behind this one. Want to bet? So I think we'll just do it anyway. Yeah, we'll just get that going anyway. It's fine. Okay, cool. Let's head up top side here and see what we got. So like it's nighttime, right? But we got 95. We're pulling 297, 277 off the battery, but we have an output capacity of 410. So I'm definitely doing better managing power this time around than I was in that demo. It's very nice that way. As long as everything is set up and running really fluidly here, which I think it kind of is. I know there's a lot of belts, which, I mean, it costs us a lot of money, but that's a one-time cost. And if it's set up in a way that you can scale it by keeping everything out of the way, and that's important. These things are clearly needing to be upgraded. So we're going to go ahead and pay for that so that we can have these things producing faster as well, kicking out more iron. And then our components are going to be made, but we're going to end up with a lot of iron sitting on the belt. So we're not going to be able to accumulate iron in storage, steel in storage until this belt is full from the components factory. And it's just basically going to be waiting for titanium all the time. So let's take a look at titanium here. It doesn't appear as though we are extracting enough of it, even though this is upgraded. We don't seem to be extracting enough of it. Part of that could be that it's all getting like pushed on the same belt, right? So it's like all sharing the same inputs and stuff like that, but I don't really think that's the case. One thing I suppose we could do, if we really wanted this input to be a bit more fluid that way, is we could have the belt come off and go under and then merge here and then pop into the other side. And then that would create 2 inputs and 2 outputs. But if I was going to do that, it would make more sense for me to take this belt and bring it out like that and then just have this belt go in there. That would be way easier and way cheaper as well. So maybe we'll end up doing that in the future. I'll have to see, because this belt is obviously going to be more crowded than the other one, especially until we can get, you know, belt level 3. Then we can push this even faster into there. Yeah, here we go. See, so that's bringing even more silicon into the system now. And I imagine we're going to get to the point where we want to move that silicon, right? We have a lot. Let's take a look at our contracts. Maybe we can make some cash here. So does anyone want silicon? Because I can deliver right now. This one I should be able to deliver this one too. We can deliver this one right now for Phasm. So let's get that on the agenda. And then NERPA wants a whole bunch, but getting the steel is going to be tough for now. So let's stay away from steel until we're kind of set up that way. We could always buy the modular frames. This recycling problem one looks nice. We could always buy the modular frames. We have a whole bunch of aluminum to dip into. We have a lot of components to dip into. This wants it in 11 days. So we would want to prioritize delivery on this one. This is for malachite again. But we could have to buy the modular frames. I'd be open to that. I'm all right with that, I think. We actually don't have the ability to do this contract. They want duralumin plates. So, yeah. So how about we deliver we have no other use for aluminum at the moment, so let's deliver this too. We have 33 components left. We'll go ahead and accept this contract too. And then, whoops, we want to do this. We want to send resources. Yeah, so malachite's right here. We want to send resources on this one. Like that. It says we don't have enough aluminum. I just disagree with you 100%. I agree that we don't have enough modular frames, but I don't agree on the aluminum part. All right, let's go ahead and send this down to the surface. You can do that. And we'll deliver that one now. So they'll land. And we'll have the things. Now, we're going to want to buy the modular frames to deliver that. So on the open market, modular frames are not super expensive. We want to buy 11 of them. We could buy a couple extra just so we have them for later. Maybe we can deliver them later while the price is a little bit lower than the peak. So maybe we spend on 20. I think we buy 20 of them. Ooh, I don't have enough money. I'm down to 47K. Whoa. What happened to my money? Oh boy. Oh boy. Way too many belts, Charlie. That's what happened. You bought a lot of belts. Okay. Well, we're done buying the belts now. So that's just a fixed cost. But, you know, we're done with that. Let's buy 11. And that's it. No more. We will buy 11. And we pay an extra 1,000 for the cargo pod to come down too. But the contract is 11. Let's verify this. I don't want to pay an extra 1,000 later. Contract does say 11. Yes. So we want 11 modular frames right here. 11 modular frames right there. 26K of the 86 that we're getting is 27K is cost, but it's fine. We'll buy that. And then our drones can hopefully deliver that quite quickly. We'll go ahead and drop this right here, I guess. That's fine. The truck, we're gonna send that to the map. That's fine. And then I think I'm kind of done drilling. So let's get these driller bots to stop being drillers and to start being carriers. I also like how this little thing works, how they actually animate that. It's really nice. So now I have more bots moving things around too. And there's a lot of stuff on the ground they still have to bring into storages too. So I probably should have them able to bring things to storage here. These components also, we don't want this storage to be components. So we can break that down. And then we can go ahead and tell them that they can bring stuff into there. That's good. And then you can also go ahead and bring stuff from there. It's fine. It's fine. You can now bring stuff and put it into the storages. That's okay with me. There you go. Okay, guys, this I think has been a wonderful episode. We're very productive today, for sure. We got a lot of stuff scaled up. We still have to get our silicon on, and that's going to be over here. And then everything eventually, once we have more money. Oh my God. Can we get the money? Woo-hoo-hoo. That was close. We got way too low on cash, but we're up to 118,000 now, and I'm mostly done buying belts. Obviously, I did say we're gonna do the silicon over here, but it's working right now, and it's not like I can't scale it from where it is. I can just keep going here. We get 100% refund on all the machines, but it's the belts that we don't. So very specific there. Oh, also, I'm sticking this right at the very end of the video, just to, probably because I'll get comments if I don't, and maybe people didn't watch till the end. There's a button here, Colonist Assignments, and you click this. It's got a RimWorld-esque checkmark system where you can allow and disallow certain people to have certain jobs. So this is where I would take my medic, for example, and tell him he's not an engineer, right? He doesn't go out and do the engineering things, and that would leave the engineers to do those jobs. So that thing does exist in the game too. It's not quite as in depth as what RimWorld has, those types of games have, but it's mostly just an allow disallow system that probably works well for this game. Also, for those of you who have really good eyesight and probably noticed, this is now connected now, okay? For the aluminum, for the titanium. I had this not connected, and that's why this has not been running. Look, I did that too. Okay, bye.